Ed, the big engine, had been brought back to Cheyenne after many years to be restored. It had been almost 150 years since the railroad was built, and Ed had been chosen to pull the special train. The men were working hard day and night to get him ready. While the work went on, Ed learned from Sam and David about their adventures. They told him all about it, including stories about their other friends. "We can talk to some of them using video phone calls," David said. "I'm not sure how it works, but we've been able to talk to a lot of engines with it." "Like Sarah and Hannah," Sam said. "And Hubert. In fact, we can call him tonight." Soon the foreman began a video phone call with Hubert. The old engine was glad to hear Ed was being restored. "The anniversary train couldn't be pulled by a better engine," he said. "No offense to Sam or David." The other engines laughed. "None taken. We were both excited to hear Ed would be restored." Then Hubert remembered something. "Did I ever tell you that I met the engine that pulled the first train when the railroad was completed?" "No, tell us." And so Hubert did. "I had only been working for a few years. I was still young and prideful. I rushed into a station one day and said, 'Ha! I'm 5 minutes early.' The older engine on the other track said, 'Easy, youngster. If you try too hard to beat a record, you'll end up beating yourself.' To me, he was just talking nonsense, but I soon learned he was right. I pushed myself too hard, and my axles overheated. I was stuck. He came to help, and even though we were late, we brought the train in together. Finally, he told me who he was. He said, 'It's all right. You're not the first train I've rescued.' And when I asked what he meant, he told me the story of how he pulled the first train on the line. A river was threatening to wash away a bridge, and the engine on the first train was too heavy to cross, so it pushed the coaches to the other side where they could be rescued. The other engine was the one sent, and he was both proud and humble to go to the opening ceremony." "Whatever happened to that engine?" Sam asked. "He lived a long and fulfilling life. He's gone now, but another engine was built specially to look like him, and every year they're part of a reenactment of the ceremony." They talked long into the night, and Hubert wished them good luck on their journey. A few days later, it was almost time to light the engine's fires and set off. But there was trouble. "Ed, you're ready, but your tender isn't. We don't have enough time to finish it." "But without a tender, Ed can't run." This worried the engines, but David got an idea. "Take my tender," he said. "It's ready to go." But Ed wasn't sure. "If I take your tender, you won't be able to come with us." "It's all right," said David. "You deserve to be able to run under your own power. Everyone's waiting to see you. We can't let them down. Besides, if you take my tender, part of me will still be with you in spirit." Ed was sad his brother wouldn't be coming with him, but he didn't want to let anyone down, so he agreed. Soon David's tender was hooked onto Ed, and he and Sam were building up steam. They had a long journey ahead of them. They were coupled onto the special train and waited for the signal to leave. "Are you ready for the trip, Ed?" Sam asked. "It's been a while since you've made it under your own power." Ed laughed. "Watch me," he said, "and find out." Finally, the signal turned green. Ed's fire flared with excitement. He called back to Sam, "Come on, let's go already." "Whoa, all right," Sam said, puffing hard to keep up. I'm coming. And to the sound of thunderous cheers, the engines began their journey.